Krishna
कितना
Krishna
यहाँ पर
Krishna Hare Hare
तुम्हें हाथ में लेके बैठ जाती
Hare Rama
आज दिखाएं
Hare
यार
Rama Rama
इसको
Hare
इसको बनना है कि नहीं बनना बता आराम छोड़ो मम्मा आप छोड़ो ये ऐसे नहीं रह सकता ऐसे हो सकता हमेशा सेट करते हैं ना इसको छोड़ो इसको लेकिन आगे कहाँ रखेंगे मामा यू डिसाइड दैट मैं जा रहा हूँ तुम बहुत सामने नीचे लाइक तुम उधर से आओ यहाँ आगे रख देंगे एकदम जहाँ वो पायल के माता जी बैठे हैं
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Right. We want to welcome all devotees today to the Varanga Center. First order of things is to move forward. So we need to squeeze quite a bit. Right? Mataji's, you can move forward. There's plenty of space in between. Right here, in the space. I see a lot of space. Please move forward. Please move forward. Plenty of space in front. Prabhus, you need to move forward also. Come. There's a lot of space in between there. Please fill out the spaces. We don't want devotees standing at the end. Come as close as you can. Thank you very much. It is our privilege and honor today on the auspicious appearance of Srimati Radhaashtami to take darshan of Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohanji, Jagannath Baladev Subramani, and very importantly to have His Holiness Radhaashtami join us today. I think the last time Radhaashtami was here, it was almost 2 decades ago. And so we didn't have a center then, and it's so nice, Maharaj, that you are here with us and you're going to be joining us today. Ramay Maharaj is a disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He is a GBC of Australia, New Zealand, and Indonesia. He travels regularly and has been the GBC chairman several times over. I have personally found it very inspiring to take Maharaj's association. And today, I'm very happy that Maharaj will take the class on the glories of Srimati Radharani, lead us in Kirtan today, and we hope all of you, the only request from me is that you please turn off your phones, put them on silent. I know after this someone's phone is going to ring, but in any event, you have to keep it on silent. If you have children with you, and if they get restless, please bring them downstairs, right? There's plenty of space downstairs. They can come downstairs. The other thing also is that I would request everyone to be seated in such a way that you don't block the entrance that's over there. And if you're standing there, please don't stand right in the middle of the staircase because no one can come up also. And please hear Maharaj. When Sadhu is here, it becomes imperative that we hear. Thank you very much. Can we loudly welcome Ramay Maharaj with 3 loud Hari
all the young girls of Gokul, all glory is unto you, all glory is unto you. You who dress yourself in such a way as to increase Lord Damodar's love and attachment for you, O Queen of Vrindavan, which is the pleasure grove of Lord Hari, O new moon who has arisen from the ocean of King Vrishabhanu, O friend of Lalita, O you who make Vishaka loyal to you due to your wonderful qualities of friendliness, kindness and faithfulness to Krishna, O you who are filled with compassion, O you whose divine characteristics are described by the great sages Sanaka and Sanatana. O Radha, please be merciful to me. Srimati Radharani ki Jai. So today, of course, we're observing the Radhaashtami. It's a pleasure to be here with you all on this wonderful occasion. And we're listening a couple more bhajans, and I'll tell a little bit about Srimati Radharani and Krishna. Jai Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jaya Sri Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jaya Sri Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jaya Sri Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jaya Sri Krishna, Jai Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Jai Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Rama Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya. Radha Rama Hari Govinda Jaya. Radha Rama Hari Govinda Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Rama Hari Govinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare So Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada once say, that people ask him, who is that girl with Krishna? Who is the girl with Krishna? Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna. So I'd just like to read a little bit prayer to Srimati Radharani. And Govindamini Radha, Govinda Mohini, Govinda Sarvashva, Sarvakanta Siromani. Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda. She is also the enchantress of Govinda. She is the be-all and end-all of Govinda and the crest jewel of all his consorts. One time Krishna was speaking to one of his devotees, and he said that I have so much a love and affection for Srimati Radharani. If someone just says her name, if someone just says Ra, someone says Ra, I make that person's devotion so steady. And if someone says Da, I want to run to that person just to hear the sound vibration of Radha. So today, very special day, and actually in our line of Vaishnavas and Gaudiya Vaishnavas, especially from the time of Madhavendra Puri and of course the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the worship of Srimati Radharani has become paramount. And one cannot actually get the mercy of Krishna unless, of course, he gets the mercy of Srimati Radharani. So very important for us to understand a little bit about Srimati Radharani. She is not ordinary girl, just like Krishna is not ordinary boy. She is not ordinary girl. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and she is the immediate expansion of Krishna. Actually, it is said that the Lord has three energies: Bahiranga Shakti, Antaranga Shakti, Tatastha Shakti. There's Bahiranga Shakti, is the external and the internal energy, and Tatastha Shakti, the marginal, of you and I, living entities. And of the internal energy, there are three aspects. One is called Sandhini, Sandhini Shakti. Sandhini is eternality. And one is called Samvik Shakti, the transcendental knowledge. And another one is called Ladhini Shakti, that is a transcendental pleasure. So this is specifically, Srimati Radharani is manifesting Ladhini Shakti. He is the personification of Ladhini Shakti. So she is expanded immediately from Krishna. It is said actually originally, in the spiritual world, at one point in eternality, Krishna expanded his abode. And there he went to a deep forest, and there was one big mountain called Satasringa. That mountain, Satasringa, later became Govardhan in this world. But thus he sat beneath Satasringa in the beautiful forest and gardens, and he thought to himself, how I want to expand myself into so many and enjoy in so many ways. So immediately at that time, to his left, manifests Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani is the immediate expansion. They are non-different. One is the lover and the other is the beloved. One is the supreme power and one is the energy of the other. You cannot separate. Sometimes you may see a painting of Radha. There's a very famous painting of Radha and Krishna where they are almost like in one body. One half is Krishna and the other half is Srimati Radharani. She's got her hand around his neck. He's got his hand and arm around her neck. They are like one. One of my god sisters, she painted this painting and had it hung in the Melbourne temple in Prabhupada came to very much like this painting of Radha and Krishna together as one. But practically they are one. So this was the original expansion in the spiritual world of Srimati Radharani. So we must understand Srimati Radharani's position. She is not ordinary living entity. She is a special Shakti of the Supreme Personality, Sri Krishna. So we, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, are very fortunate to be able to have the mercy of Radha and Krishna. Formerly there was not so much worship of Radha and Krishna, the Lakshmi Narayan, or just Krishna, or Vishnu, or the different incarnations, Lord Nrsimhadev, But as far as Radha Krishna worship, this is made possible by the mercy of especially of our Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course, is Radha and Krishna combined together. It's Krishna coming to experience the mood of Srimati Radharani. He wanted to know how much love Srimati Radharani has for him. So he came in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in our line of Sampradaya and our Gaudiya line, it's very important to understand Lord Chaitanya, who he is, and of course going right back to Krishna, going back to Srimati Radharani. So just some Krishna Kantagana Deki Tri Vila Prakara. There are three different expansions of the female expansions from Krishna mentioned here. They are the goddesses of fortune, the Lakshmis, the queens in Dwarka, and the gopis, and of course the foremost is Srimati Radharani. It's actually said that the others all expand from Srimati Radharani. The gopis expand from Srimati Radharani. Then the Lakshmis expand, the queens expand from Srimati Radharani, and even all other forms of female actually expand originally from Srimati Radharani. So on one side is the female. Now Krishna's immediate expansion on the male side is Lord Balaram. So on one side is Radharani, on the other side is Lord Balaram. He is the immediate expansion on that side. So as far as loving affairs and Ladini Shakti, she is the guru. She is the guru. And they said, Lord Balaram, he is the guru how to serve Krishna. He comes and he serves Krishna in all the different rasas. He teaches us how to serve Krishna in the Shankaras, in the Dasyaras, in the Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras, in the Madhuryaras. He shows in all the rasas how to serve Krishna. But if you want to know how to become most intimate and develop love, and intimate love for Krishna, prema, and this is to be learned from Srimati Radharani. So there are many different stories of how Srimati Radharani appeared in this world. Krishna came to her one time and said that now is time for us to do our Leela in this world. And so at the different times when Krishna and Radha appeared, sometimes they appear a little bit in different situations. One situation, one story is given in the Shastras that when her father, King Vrishabhanu, and the mother Kirtina, King Vrishabhanu one time went to bathe in the river Jamuna, and as he was bathing, he was in the river Jamuna up to his neck, and he saw floating down a very effulgent lotus flower with 1,000 petals. And as he was looking more closely, that when it floated, it touched him, and he looked inside in the middle of the world, there was a little baby girl. A little baby girl was there, and that little baby girl was Srimati Radharani. So then he took her home and showed his wife Kirtan. Srimati with a little baby, no one seems to be owning this little baby. We should take this little baby. So that was one occasion was like that. Another occasion is that because Vrishabhanu and Kirta didn't have any children, they prayed to the goddess Katyayani to be able to get the children. So he was praying, he went to the Jamuna also, he was praying, and then she spoke to him, she appeared and she spoke to him. Without pleasing the Guru, one cannot actually make advancement in anything. So you must accept the Guru, then I will give you my blessings. So he went and approached one Guru, his name was Kapil Muni, and he wanted to become his disciple and take initiation and mantra from him, and begged for the mantra. Actually, Kapil Muni gave him the Hare Krishna mantra. So you chant this mantra. So he was chanting this mantra, and for a long time, then the goddess Katyayani appeared to him, and he was carrying a golden, oval-shaped container. And she said, this golden shaped container, I'm giving to you. There is a baby inside here, a beautiful baby girl. And when he opened, he saw that Srimati Radharani was inside. Now, so there's different appearances and different times Radharani has come. She's appeared in various different ways. Another story of how she appeared originally as some of the Vindhya mountains and so on. There's so many different stories like that. But now in the beginning, when Radharani was there, the day after Radharani appeared, then there was a big ceremony in the house of King Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, and many of the inhabitants of Vrindavan came there to see the new little baby girl. And she was so beautiful. She was golden color. Actually, it is said that Srimati Radharani, her hue is like molten gold. It's actually not a color of this world. You cannot see it with these, but the description is just like gold, but when you melt it, when they melt it with heat, it becomes like shining hot. And there's another color altogether. So her hue is like the molten gold. And it's said actually, wherever Srimati Radharani walks, all the stones turn to gold where she's walking. One time, Balaram was looking for Krishna, and he was following Krishna's footprints. And you can see Krishna's footprints because on the soles of Krishna's feet there's all the different symbols where he walked. You can see like that. So he was following, but then now Balaram's color is like white, but crystal white, not a color of this world actually. These are like crystal white color. So it is said wherever Balaram walks, all the rocks turn to crystal. So he was walking and the rock, everything was becoming crystal. And then he was following Krishna's footsteps, but then all of a sudden he saw some golden stones in the footprints of Krishna. And he said, now Radha is with Krishna. So following the footprints of Krishna. And he understood that Srimati Radharani was with Krishna. So there's a very intimate exchange. So Lord Balaram, he doesn't interfere in that type of exchange on that level. So this is the color of Srimati Radharani. But when she was born, she was a very beautiful girl. The Narad Muni came, he had heard before that he came in the previous day, and he wanted to see little baby Radha, and he saw it, he just fainted. He fainted. And she was so beautiful. He'd never seen any girl so beautiful, any baby so beautiful as Srimati Radharani. And then the next day, everyone came. Now, when they all came, now at that time actually, they hadn't noticed before, but King Vrishabhanu and Kirtida had noticed that her eyes were closed, and they thought she wasn't responding to any noise, and she wasn't responding to any visual. And they thought that, well, the girl is blind. She is blind. So they prayed to everyone, please bless our child that in time she will gain her sight and she doesn't remain blind. And they thought even she was deaf even because she wasn't responding to any. So we are very worried that our child is like this. So please bless us that our little baby girl will have her vision, will be able to hear. So at that time, of course, Nanda and Maharaj Nanda and Jasoda came there, and they came to see the little girl, and Jasoda was looking from a distance. Just at that time, Krishna went off the lap of Mother Jasoda, and he crawled over to Srimati Radharani, and then he touched her eyes. Baby Krishna, he crawled and he touched her eyes. As soon as he touched her eyes, then she opened her eyes. And she was seeing only Krishna. Now, previously, in the spiritual world, when Krishna had told Radharani, now is our time for the Leela in the world, she told him that, I don't want to see so many other things. I only want to see you. So Krishna said, don't worry. The first thing you see when you come to the world will only be me. This is why she was having her eyes closed. Like that. And another story is that actually, another time she came, that Krishna, Mother Jasoda was there with Krishna on her lap. And then she wanted to pick up baby Radha. So she put Krishna down and she picked up baby Radha, looking at baby Radha very fondly. And then Krishna began to cry. He was crying because he'd been put down and only Radha was on Mother's side. So then she picked him up as well. And she had Radha on one side and Krishna on the other side. And at that time, Krishna touched her eyes and she opened her eyes. So this is the appearance of Srimati Radharani, the most beautiful girl. It is said that Krishna, he is very exquisite. Krishna has got many wonderful qualities over and above even other expansions, incarnations. There's like Leela Madhurya and Prema Madhurya, Venu Madhurya, Rupa Madhurya. Leela Madhurya is wonderful pastimes, unparalleled pastimes. Venu Madhurya plays wonderful flute. The three types of flute play different tunes. And then, of course, Prema Madhurya, the love of Krishna for his devotees' love for him is unparalleled. And then for the Rupa Madhurya, the form of Krishna is very exquisite. Every single part of the body of Krishna is perfection. The whole form of the body of Krishna is perfection. Even if you look at each part of the body, the lotus eyes of Krishna, just perfection. The eyebrows, the hair of Krishna, the moon-like face, the lips of Krishna, the teeth of Krishna, the beautiful ears of Krishna with long lobes, the beautiful neck of Krishna, the big wide chest. Krishna has a very wide chest when it comes to the V, very. Many men like to have the V, the muscles and the V. Quite often when you get older, it goes to the A. But Krishna has a V, the thin waist, chest, long arms, very long arms, very powerful, long arms to the knee. Very beautiful hands. Even his fingernails are glowing, very effulgent, as you see. And long legs, beautiful lotus feet. So every part, Krishna has very long eyes, what's called shank eyes. I mean, they go around a long way to the ears. So Saint Radharani is saying, every part of her form is perfection. Beautiful eyes, beautiful face, beautiful hair. The skin is so perfect. Everything is perfect. She also has the shankar. They don't stop like our eyes stop here. Their eyes, they go around the side. Sometimes you read the description, the sidelong glances. Radharani doesn't have to turn her head to look, but she just looks like this. This is what's meant by sidelong glances. Sidelong. Krishna's looking at her like that. So very, very wonderful form, and then I noticed here that you have the wonderful qualities of Srimati Radharani. The fresh youth, she is the shelter of the devotees. She is very sweet, and also can be very cunning. She is with the gopis, there's what's called the right-wing gopis. The right-wing gopis are they're very dutiful. They like to be very respectful and subservient. But then we have the left-wing gopis. So Radharani is a left-wing gopi. And sometimes she's subservient, but sometimes she's doesn't want to follow exactly. And she lets Krishna know. And sometimes she becomes a little fiery. And she becomes a little angry with Krishna. And Krishna enjoys that. He enjoys having that relationship with Srimati Radharani. She is the best of all the gopis. There are many other beautiful gopis. And they're actually all expanded from Srimati Radharani. Chandravali is the most beautiful. She is the next most beautiful, Chandravali. But Radharani, just to hear her name, Krishna goes into trance. So today is the auspicious anniversary of her appearance. So we take an opportunity to glorify Srimati Radharani. We beg for the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Prabhupada always said that if you can get the mercy of Srimati Radharani, then automatically Krishna will be very affectionate to you. Just like in Vrindavan, they always chant the name of Radha. Jai Radhe, everywhere in Vrindavan. Jai Radhe, she's the queen of Vrindavan. Jai Radhe. And always we say Radha's name is first. Radha Gopinath, Radha Govinda. We never say Govinda Radha. We don't say Gopinath Radha. Always Radha Krishna. Radha Govind, Radha Govind, Radha Madhava. Always she is number one. And so it's very, very important to understand this position. So there's many nice stories also of the interaction. I was just reading this morning one beautiful story of how when Radharani and the gopis would go and try to they would go and sell their sweets in the market. So they used to have to go around one road, and then every day they would go, and then Krishna would always stand there and block the way. And he said, no, you have to give me some of your yogurt. No, we can't. We've got to go sell all these products in the market. No, I won't let you pass unless you give me some of the yogurt. So he would. They didn't want to do it, but he would forcibly take it, and he would only eat the cream of the yogurt, the top part, and he would leave the other part. So then they were looking at how are we going to sell this now? No one's going to buy it. When you buy the yogurt, you have to have the cream also, but you are eating just the cream and leaving the other part. So he would do this every day. So the gopis and Srimati Radha was beginning very, very disturbed. So Lalita suggested actually Krishna is coming every day that road. So let us go the long way. It is a long way, the other road. We will take the other road. And he won't know. And we'll go even as long as not worry. At least we can go there and sell the milk sweets. So they made the plan. And so they went off the long road, going around. And of course, Krishna, he's the supreme person, and he knows everything. So he was waiting, hiding in the tree. And he had some of his friends, and some of his gopal friends, they were hiding in the tree also. So the gopis, they were going on to them, and they were thinking, we fooled Krishna now, he's not here. And they were getting closer and closer, but he was in the tree. Then as they got coming, he jumped down from the tree. And he said, do you think you can fool me? I know everything. And so Radharani became angry. You're not getting anything today. Don't think that this will stop us. And she tried to go around forth. And she pushed past Krishna. You're not getting anything. And Krishna became angry and he picked up one stone. And Radharani was carrying the pot on her head. And he threw the stone on the pot. And the pot broke and all the yogurt fell over Radharani. Then he was going there and he was scooping it up and eating it. It got the extra flavour of the scent of Srimati Radha. So I was just reading that beautiful story this morning about Srimati Radharani and Krishna. But wonderful stories. Of course, as I said, she's left in Gopi. Sometimes she's very submissive to Krishna. Other times she lets Krishna know when he is displeasing her. And the rasa is called the Svakya and Parakya rasa. And so the Svakya rasa is in a married relationship, and the Svakya, the Parakya rasa is not in the married relationship. Now, this is not very easily understood, especially by those who are not devotees, and even for the beginning devotee, it is not very much understood. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when we were discussing Radha Krishna pastime, we only discuss it with a very small group of confidential devotees. And even when other devotees came there, if they were discussing Radha Krishna pastime, he would stop talking and he would stop the conversation because this is very confidential. Actually, Radha and Krishna are eternally united. There's no question of Krishna actually being married to anyone else. He is always with Srimati Radharani. And for his Leela, he's marrying others. But actually they are eternally united. So even it's technically it's called Parakya, Svakya and Parakya means not of husband and wife, but of the paramour. And this is therefore further enhancement of the love. And there's an anticipation, and there's a more thrill. So Krishna puts that into the situation to enhance their loving affairs. So this is not very, as I said, not easily understood by people who are not devotees, and even for beginning devotees. It takes one very, very advanced And Prabhupada actually told us that for the general people, don't discuss these things openly about Radha and Krishna, especially the intimate pastimes. So of the intimate pastimes, it is said that Rasa Leela, the dancing of Radha and Krishna, is very exquisite. It's considered the topmost of all the rasas. The Rasa Leela dance in the middle of the night, the full moon, different times, Krishna, Radha and Krishna dance. And Srimati Radharani, just like Krishna plays flute very nicely, Srimati Radharani plays all different type instruments, very excellent. She also plays flute. She also plays flute, very wonderful flute player. She plays different sarod, so many different other instruments. She knows how to play the mridanga or the different drums. She can dance also very nicely. All the gopis can dance very nicely, different ragas and different styles of dancing. They all dance, but there's one dance that Radharani does exclusively for Krishna, and at that time, all the gopis stop to watch this dance of Srimati Radharani, because no one else can do it, only Srimati Radharani can do it. And so even Krishna watches it, he watches practically, he's in a trance watching this dance of Srimati Radharani does. All the gopis are watching the dance of Srimati Radharani. She's expert in everything. You know, some people, they're good at all things. Whatever they do, they're good at. And so Srimati Radharani is like that. Whatever she does is perfection. Cooking, she is expert in the cooking. Mother Desai used to call her the cook for Krishna. And she got the boon from Devasa Muni, you know that story. That one time she was cooking for Devasa Muni, and she cooked a very special sweet rice for him. And he was so pleased, he said that, I'll give you the blessing that whatever you cook will be exquisite, topmost. No one can match you in the cooking. So she's very, very beautiful, but she only has eyes for Krishna. She's always crying for Krishna. And so, now we have to understand that Krishna is not an ordinary person. As I said, Radharani is not an ordinary person. In the spiritual world, it is said that Krishna is simultaneously engaged in his pastimes of Vrindavan in the younger boyhood age, and then he's simultaneously engaged in pastimes in Mathura and simultaneously in Dwarka. So there's Krishna of Dwarka and Krishna of Mathura and Krishna of Vrindavan. So this is all in Goloka Vrindavan of the spiritual world. These realms exist in Goloka Vrindavan of the spiritual world. So that Krishna is in Dwarka, and simultaneously that Krishna is in Mathura, simultaneously that Krishna is in Vrindavan. And of course Radharani specifically is in Vrindavan. The gopis are in Vrindavan. They don't go out of Vrindavan. Sometimes you read when they come to this world, they went to the solar eclipse, they heard Krishna was going there, they went there that time. But maybe they don't go. When Krishna left Vrindavan, the Acharyas explain that why didn't the gopis and Srimati Radharani just go with Krishna? But they explained that no, well, two reasons. One reason was that Krishna said he would be right back very soon, which he didn't come back very soon. And then another reason is that actually they felt that it would not be the same. If they were with Krishna in Mathura, it would not be the same mood. If they were with Krishna in Dwarka, it would not be the same mood. In Vrindavan, everything is very spontaneous. The love is very high, very intimate, confidential, very intimate love. There's no mood of war and reverence, just like in Dwarka, there is some war and reverence. There's no mood like that. So they felt that it wouldn't be the same as going, so we will not go there. We will not accompany Krishna there. So in the spiritual world, he's there in different forms, in different in the different places. But Srimati Radharani, she is in Vrindavan. And when they came to this mature world, she was separated from Krishna for 100 years. 100. That goes back, there's a whole story about there was a curse from the brother of Sri Rama's brother, his brother, and there was some quarrel between her and her brother. One over, actually Krishna was with Srimati Radharani, and then he decided to go and visit another gopi by the name of Viraja. And so the gopis came and told Srimati Radharani, you know, your Krishna is with another gopi, Viraja. So Radharani became most upset. How can you go to another gopi? So at that time, Viraja and Krishna were together. And then she came out, and she went out with so many gopis to go and bring chastise Krishna. And so, but as they were coming, Krishna knew, and he just disappeared. And Viraja, she saw Radharani coming, and she became a river. She became a Viraja river. She turned herself into a river. So Radharani was there. She was talking, Krishna, I know you purposely disappeared. And Viraja, I know you become a river. This is not very good. But she saw how beautiful the area was that Viraja was saying. And she could understand Viraja, she knew Viraja was very beautiful, and her place was very beautiful. So when she went back to her kunja, she decorated very nicely, and she made a river around. A river around. It was like an island. And this goes to the story of how Navadvip, Sridham Mahaprabhu Navadvip came into existence when she made a beautiful island, very, very beautiful, with so many different areas, and decorated in so many ways, surrounded by a river. And when Krishna came, he saw it, and he said that this is so beautiful, you made this area so beautiful, and it is like a Vrindavan, it is like a Nava, it is like a Navadvipa. There's an island, and I will call it Navadvipa. So actually, this story is a story that actually Mayapur is non-different. It is actually the desire, is manifested by the desire of Srimati Radharani. So we have a connection. We have a connection there between Sridham Mayapur, Navadvip, and Vrindavan, Srimati Radharani, Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so it's very, very wonderful. So we can tell so many different stories. Of course, Srimati Radharani, she's eternally tied to Krishna. There's one story how actually Lord Brahma came one time and actually married Radha and Krishna when they were at a young age. But externally, it seems that she is married to Abhimanyu, and she's living, like I said, that Abhimanyu was actually extension of Krishna. And that Radha is a shadow of the original Radha. She is the one that's with Abhimanyu. So I can tell, do you want to hear any more story from about Radha and Krishna?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell one story. One time, Abhimanyu, Radharani's husband, she was staying at the home, and of course, Jyotila and Kutila, Jyotila is the mother-in-law, Kutila is the sister. They knew how much affection Radha actually had for Krishna. So they were very careful not to allow Radharani to go to Krishna. So Abhimanyu was away, and Krishna found out that Abhimanyu was away. So he disguised himself, exactly looking like Abhimanyu. He transformed himself into Abhimanyu. So then he went there, and then his mother saw him, and she said, "Oh, you're back early. I thought you were going to go away for the whole day, but you come back very early." And so and he said, yes, the whole affair ended very, very quickly. So then Krishna, disguised as Abhimanyu, was able to go and be inside with Srimati Radharani. But Jyotila and Kutila thought it was Abhimanyu there. That was all right. But actually it was Krishna in disguise. So Radha and Krishna were inside, and engaging in beautiful exchanges. And then Krishna looked out and saw the real Abhimanyu coming, walking back. So I thought, oh, this is going to be trouble now. And the real Abhimanyu. So he ran out, and he ran to Jyotila, the mother-in-law. And he said, look, this Krishna is so sneaky. He's disguising himself as me, and he's coming here just to try to steal away Srimati Radharani. So Jyotila and Kutila became very angry. Jyotila took up a broom, and went running after him, and she was hitting over the head. How dare you, Krishna, come here and try to disguise yourself as my son? Get away! Get away! Radhaashtami was crying, Mother, it's me, why are you doing this? Very beautiful story. And another time, Krishna was snuck in with Srimati Radharani. Abhimanyu was away. And then Kutila had heard some voices inside. And she thought, this is Krishna's voice inside. And so she ran inside, but Krishna disappeared. Only Radha was there. And then when she looked at it, she saw some flute. Aha! Krishna's been here, hasn't he? So she marched her Radharani outside, took her to Jyotila, and she said, look, Krishna's been here, he ran away, but I have the proof, here's his proof. And so Jyotila was chastising Radha, how could you do that, be with Krishna, how you do that to actually call all the ladies of the village, just see what this Srimati Radharani had her head down, all of a sudden Purnamasi came there. Purnamasi came there, what's all the fuss about? This Radharani, she brought shame to the family. See what she's done. She's with Krishna. So, how do you know she was with Krishna? Well, here's the proof, here's the flute. Well, and Purnamasi started laughing. Oh, what are you laughing? It was a serious matter. And she said, you're so foolish. Don't you know that last night it was raining flutes? All over Vrindavan, there's flutes. And she said, we didn't know that. Yes, flutes everywhere. And she said, come with me, I'll show you. And wind came and blew the flutes everywhere. And she went to, look, I'll show you, there must be some flutes even in York. And she went to the home of Kutila. And they went inside, and in the bedroom of Kutila, there was flutes all over. Then she went to Jyotila, and said, and showed, oh, there's some flutes here also. Yeah, flutes everywhere. Why are you unnecessarily accusing Srimati Radharani? So then they were very ashamed of people say. So one last story before we go to the next section, as we just get. And one last story is famous story is Rajgat that happened in Manasinganga. That again, Srimati Radharani and the gopis wanted to sell the milk sweets in the market. So they have to cross over Manasinganga. At that time, Manasinganga was very, very big. And so you have to take a boat across. Just on this particular day, there seemed to be many boatmen. But just for some reason, only one boatman was there. And actually, this boatman was Krishna disguised as a boatman. So Krishna was disguised as the boatman, so when they came there, we need to go across the other side. Disguised as the boatman, he said that, well, I don't know. You know, actually, I'll take you across, but I have to wash the feet of one of you gopis and put water on my head. And so they all said, no, we're not going to allow you to wash our feet and put the water on your head. And which gopi do you want to, and he pointed to Radha, I want to wash the feet of this gopi. And Radharani says, no way you're going to wash my feet. I said, well then, I can't take it. So then they're looking at each other and Radharani said, no, we've got no choice. So then Krishna brought some water from the Manasinganga and washed Srimati Radharani's feet, and then he sprinkled some on the boat, sprinkled some on his head, sprinkled some on the Manasinganga also. Then everyone got in the boat. And then Krishna was rowing across, and it was getting a bit, Krishna created a wind, so it was getting very swayed like this, very swayed, and it got very rough, and then the roughness of the boat, Radharani went falling, and she had to grab the boatman and grab onto him and hold onto him, so Krishna was very happy. Krishna sometimes does these tricks, and just like I was giving a class on Julan Yatra. Krishna sometimes, he was swinging the swing so hard and so high that one time there's a description where he swung the swing, went right over the top. Went right over the top, and Radharani was holding on to him, crying, Krishna, don't swing so hard. And so Krishna was very happy because she had to grab him like that. So on this occasion she was grabbing him. And then everything became calm, and then he kept rowing. And then he put down the oars. And Radhaashtami said, what's the matter? That, this morning I didn't have any breakfast. I'm feeling very weak. I don't have enough strength to row anymore. No, you have to row more. We give you some good money, you have to. No, I'm too weak to row. Give me some of your sweets so I get some strength. No, we have to sell these sweets in the market. Well, this is you can't. You have to know which way how to go. Otherwise, the coach can take you in all directions. So you won't be able to do it. Only I can do it. So then they were looking at it. Said, all right, give him some sweets. So then they gave him some sweets. I'm still feeling a little bit hungry. Can I have some, a little bit more? So then gradually, he was eating so many sweet packing there was nothing left. And then he started to row, but then he again put down the oars again. He said, what's the matter now? Oh, now I'm feeling sick. I had too many sweets. So then Srimati Radhaashtami, she said to Lalita, go and see if you can help him. So then when she went over, and other gopis went over, they were trying, they were opening up his coat, had a big long coat, opening up and then out from the coat popped a flute. And they said, this is Krishna's flute. Krishna has specific flutes. This is Krishna's flute. You are Krishna. So then the jig was up. So then they all actually laughing. Externally, Radharani was very angry, but internally she was very happy that Krishna was there. So Srimati Radharani ki jai, Radhaashtami ki jai, Go Pranandi. So now we can have a little bit again. You put Dasamathinandana up if you have it. Yasomatinandana Brajavadanagara Gokularandana Yasomatinandana Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Radha